Alright, welcome back to Let's Dissect. This is Swapper Part 8, I think. We're trying to release solar panels. For reasons. Because we're listening to the deluded lady. That's really what this comes down to. We are, for some reason, obeying the whims of the woman who is clearly not all okay. Though then again, I'm just being kind of judgmental. She might be more okay than I am. And I just don't know it. Because I am the one who has no personality, no agency, no free will. Because I am just the puppet of the player. So for all I know, she's got the right idea. Where do I want to go? I want to go down here. Because I'm stunned I missed that the first time around. So we're going to teleport back to there. Jump! Wow, you can really jump. I'm amazed that hasn't come up in more puzzles. I mean, jumping's been an option, it's just never been a, like, real integrated part of the puzzles yet. Did I just teleport when I could have just walked to the right? There's the ground. Oh man, that was a lot closer than I realized. I very nearly killed myself there. And rather than jump that thing, I'm just gonna swap warp. Oh, asteroid excavation. That's right. I chose to go up, and up just went for a very long time. Also, I'm having a crazy moment because there was a part in the audio of the last episode where I could have sworn I needed to cut something out. Presumably, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna cut it out of whatever episode it's actually in. So you may not even know what I'm talking about. Maybe you will, who knows. But there's a part where I swore I sneezed. And I could not find it in the audio, which is making me start doubting lots of things. Also, it's interesting that those two grav panels were in there. Oh, and I've actually got enough to open this now. I also don't get why we have to let the solar panels off in order... And there it goes, in the background. In order to not destroy Theseus. I suppose because... Will that change our shape enough that we don't destroy ourselves when we land? Or is that just because it'll actually make it so we don't crash? I'm not entirely certain I understand what's going on here now. Oh. The sound is implying I'm about to take a spacewalk. Which I Oh, wow. Oh, this is scary. This is genuinely scary. This is some of the most afraid I've been in any game in a very long time. Because, okay, it looks like there's boundaries, which helps, but... Yeah, no, just open void like that is so scary. Because I've seen gravity, but it really is just that concept of, like, I could fling myself and never stop. There's nothing that could potentially save me. Although I've got the swapper, which helps. But it is still just a real scary concept. It's the same reason I'm afraid of open water, like real big open water, like ocean, and some lakes. Also, the sound is still implying that I'm in space. Also, whoa, why are things getting staticky? Is this a giant watcher? What the? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's this ringing noise, this real powerful, almost subsonic thing going on. At least that's what they're implying. Interesting, interesting. Wow, I did not see that there. I'm very lucky that didn't kill me. Also, yeah, it looks like I'm inside a giant watcher. Is that a wall? No, okay, so that's all background stuff. And I need to get down there, which implies... Okay, yes, that's a switch, presumably. Alright, so first obvious step. And that shuts off that. So let's go ahead and create something over there. Although I'm going to have to be on the ground level to do this. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't think that fall will kill it. No. Alright, so let's... Oh, there's 3 clones. I may have done this prematurely. Let's get the clones back. Let's start there. Alright, so... What I need... Because I don't even know what shutting off this one does. Let's find that out. Oh, that's what opens that. Okay. Good to know. Alright, so that one's very crucial. So first step, I think... Actually, no, not necessarily. What happens if I walk over here, then... Oh, I couldn't create him over here. I have to create from here. That part's necessary. Oh, and I could swap to him. So let's try doing... Again, I say him, but it's starting to look like it's a she. And there's still a clone down there. That's... Oh, whoops. I just screwed up this whole thing. I can't get him back. Or her back. Whatever back. Also, that being there implies I'm going to end this on the... Oh, wait a minute. That means that's part of the puzzle. Because I could... Yes. Yes. That means I could... No, not quite. But it does mean I could create someone up here and, like, swap back and forth between them. That's interesting information. However, I think I was onto something a second ago. So I'm going to start there. Oh, am I out of clones? Alright, I'm not as onto something as I thought I was. Let me check something real quick. No, it doesn't shut off both. Okay. Let's flip back over, get my clones back, and work from there. Because I think that can't be reclaimed for a reason. Let me try. Something like this. Because I can still swap to him, and I don't think that's an accident. Again, I keep saying him, just because of the default of I am male, so that's how I think. Okay, there's still a guy over there. Cool. Oh, whoops. Oh, now I'm out of clones. I have done goofed. Alright, let's do that again. Because I have a hard time imagining this is going to end on that button, so it seems prudent to have the person spawn over there. Although they're going to have to flip over anyway. Swapping to you doesn't help at the moment because I'm out of clones. Uh-oh. There's still someone over there. Yeah, it's that interesting thing where, my default is to say to declare someone male just because I'm male, not because, like, obviously I mean, admittedly in the games industry, there's a high, what's the term? There's a strong predisposition to make the main character male, which again isn't even so much sexism so much as most of the gamers and game designers are male. Therefore, it's not like they're like, oh man, we don't want women. It's usually just the default is to think of it male. Admittedly, there are times where they actively go, no, we don't want females because females don't sell well, and there's a whole thing about that. I suggest looking up the Jim Sterling video about that, where it's this weird, like, self-feeding prophecy of, we don't market to women because they don't buy games. It's like, well, maybe they don't buy games because you don't market to women. And then there was the whole Assassin's Creed Unity thing recently, which... I guarantee that wasn't like, we're not making women because they don't sell, because they've had a female character before. It was just one of those, they've completely spaced on it, and then rather than just be honest with us, they lied about why they weren't doing it. It's like, oh, it'd be too many resources, that's such a stupid excuse. But it's interesting how, and admittedly, there is a bit of sexism in that most of the developers are male, but I know there's some fantastic female developers out there. That's one of those, I don't think people get hired based off their gender. That's just how it worked out, and it's changing as time goes on. But it's that interesting thing where we also have the issue of things like people will say mankind instead of like womankind or personkind or humankind. It's like, why has it got to be mankind? And I can tell you, I know the answer, and it's not a sexist thing. It's very simply because man is one syllable, whereas human, person, and woman are all two syllables. That's the problem. It has to do purely with abbreviation. It's the same reason we type LOL instead of laughing out loud. It's the same reason we say ATM instead of automated teller machine, because it's faster and more efficient. It's just the rotten luck of woman has more syllables, which really, the reason we say mankind is just further proof that it has nothing to do with a sexist thing. It just has to do with there's less to man than there is to woman. That's interesting. So now... That's very interesting. Because if I jump... I think I'm a step closer. I'm just now having that problem of... How many clones do I have left? 1. So it needs to be the clone who's going to set that off. Presumably. Because if I swap... Oh! No. Wait, yes, because I can't swap from here. So let's... Oh, but now I can't swap back. Now, let's get the clones back. That might help. Because I now think I'm very close to the right track. So I do that, that opens that up, and now I just need to... but I've only got 1 clone left. Which is a problem. Because I would need to, with my current plan, I would need to have the clone swap there, and then swap over to here. Let's back up and think this through. Whoops! Oh, too much backing up. Let me think. I keep saying that as if, like, you're going to be able to stop me, or as if there's anyone or any force actively trying to stop me. It's weird the audible cues you give yourself. And only start noticing when there's no one else around. Although that's probably going to change, because the plan is to eventually get partners for some of these. Especially on the horror games, because I'm going to make someone else play them, because it's funny. So... Okay, so I can clone someone here, and have them... Like, from here, I could clone someone, but that... Again, I've only got the 2 clones, and that's a big problem right now. So what I need to do is flip. No, that's not going to work. I may need to move him. I just don't want to, because that seems like progress. That really does. Though, there is a natural human tendency to shy away from anything that seems like progress and not want to damage it, even if the necessary step is to back up, undo the progress, and then go in the right direction from there, because your root decision is what's messed up. Sometimes I walk all the way over. Wait, I may have... No, because the switch is still messed up, right. I've solved some of this. Sort of. Because what I need to do now... am I out of clones? I'm out of clones. See, this is still the big problem, and I can't... He is just dead weight, which, again, clever way to make me be -1 clone. Instead of just throwing him in a pit with a switch, it's now just, oh yeah, no, they're just stuck down there. I can still swap to him, which is interesting. He's not in the purple light, he's in blue light, which just means I can't make clones. I'm suddenly very curious. Oh, I may have trapped myself. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back out the door to reset this. Whoops. Interesting. And it's not like... See, interestingly, it's not like most puzzle games, not even most, just a lot of puzzle games, where what it is, you know, something like Metroid or Castlevania, where you just don't have the equipment to do this. From the very beginning of the game, ever since I picked up the swapper, I have had the equipment to solve every puzzle. Because all the mechanics are part of the world, not part of me, per se. I'm out of clones. Darn it! So close! I don't think... Wait a minute, I may have an answer to this. Oh, man. Because I worry that if I jump, I'm going to throw these guys off the edge. So I think I need to plan the jump around their trajectory. Because I'm out of clones, so... Crap. I was so close. And the sad part is I don't actually quite remember how I got to that. It's going to be interesting that I think this entire episode is going to be this one room, because this is actually kind of tough. Feel free to shut up whoever immediately jumped to the comments to say it's not tough. And that you already solved it, and that you totally know what you're doing, and blah 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 blah. You're on every comment thread, no one actually listens to you. Oh, right, can't swap through that. So I just created that guy for no reason? Alright, clearly I just need to... No, can't swap through there, obviously. Man, I'm gonna be really bummed if this entire episode is this one room. Because there really isn't much else to go do. Well, there is. Maybe I'll go do that and that'll help clear my mind. So, most of this episode is that one room. Apologies already. And it didn't even go anywhere. Oh yeah, that's right. And this place is mad at me. And seems to be moving in slow motion. Ugh. That room is unsettling. Also, these are usually on the floor, so again, it's weird that they've once again seemed to have planned it around, oh yeah, you're going to be upside down when you come here. Like, they built the station that way. Watcher! Each word I concentrate, simplify, make to match your mind. It is slow. Yeah, because presumably they would communicate through something that's just pure thought and ideas and emotions. Are you a clearing light? No, you're just a spotlight. Okay. Okay, so I need to be... There's no switches, are there? Doesn't look like there are. Because the obvious answer is stand there, create a thing, swap, jump, and then yeah, but you can't do that. Yeah, and if I walk to the right, he's just going to fall off. So clearly what I need to find some way to end up here. Like, my consciousness needs to end up here, fall through, and then swap in order to collect the orb. Oh. Except I also need to be facing this direction. That's the tough part. Because I'm assuming... Yeah, that's lethal. Because I think I almost had it, like, spawn in there. Well, let's see. It would have to be, like, walk off, swap. I'd already have to be down there. There's no way to be down there and still be facing this direction. Oh! Or is there? Oh. That's interesting. Alright, so that's clearly part of it. Nope, too far. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Let me think. Alright, so I was about to say let me think again. I'm going to be furious with my own voice and my own speech habits by the end of this series. That's the only way this is going to go. Alright, since I have to back up a bit more, let's actually plan for that this time. No, because there's no way I could swap to... Or is there? I have to go very... carefully. Oh, no, because he's going to make it through the fog before I... Okay, so, flip, walk... Nope, I went too far. Whoop. Careful. Oh. I almost... Okay, so I pretty much need to make more than one. Which is fine. No, wait, except that I have to back up to the same spot no matter what. So fundamentally... We need to get through this entire episode without solving a single puzzle, which is frustrating. Especially since at this point we've seen pretty much every design element. Though, again, I like that there's this light pointing right here, which is telling me that's obviously important. I'm just trying to figure out how. Because, again, then they also have lights down here to show this area matters. Because I can't swap. I can't swap up to there, either. I can't create, like, this chain of swap down here, swap over there, because this red frigging mist. Which, again, they never did explain if it's the color red, or if that's just a visual trick that the developers are saying of, like, hey, red means no swap. We're just gonna have this red haze here. And it's one of those that they're like, just don't think too hard about it. I'm also going to assume these steps are here for a reason. Because then I can do that. Which then means I can walk to here. No, spawning a dude isn't going to help me. So if I back up, once again create a person, then I'll just have 3 guys for, like, no reason. I have to assume, I don't have to, but I assume that these steps are here because for the purpose of moving this guy to the back. So let's try this. Well, that didn't work. You know, I'm just gonna walk everyone over here. Shoot, I figured I was so close. Because it seems like, yeah, I'm supposed to walk from there. Because walking from here doesn't make sense, because there's, like, no way to swap from that. Though, what happens if I spawn someone? Oh, he'll be upside down. Right. Let's try flipping back over and see where that goes. Whoop! That was a mistake. Alright. You know what? I am just going to do what I did last time. I'm going to end the episode, and I will just solve this in between, so you guys don't have to watch me being an idiot. Especially since there's, like I said, we're very low on game design things to point out here. Other than, it's interesting that they're now just giving you more and more orbs. That's very strange. Instead of just making it so you get 1 orb every time, and just lowering the number of orbs necessary. Because, like, where is it? It's up here somewhere. Like, 48 orbs. I don't know why I didn't go hit that button. 48 orbs and 93 orbs. No one's making you pick those numbers. You decided to pick those numbers, so then why not just make it be like 10 orbs and have it be we've only been able to pick up 1 orb this whole time? Why 93? Why? Especially if you're just going to hand us 9 at a time. That's such a weird, arbitrary decision. Like, I suppose the implication being you need those orbs. Unless it turns out those orbs are souls? But that would be a weird thing to base a space station security system on, and, like, you need this many souls to get through. But unless it's implied that those doors require more security, thus you need more orbs as a sign of that clearance, but that's a really... I'm not gonna lie, that's a stretch. It just seems very odd to pick... Alright, we'll give them 9 at a time so they can reach the number, instead of just, why don't we just lower the number so it's 1 every time? I suppose because this makes it feel like there's a stronger sense of accomplishment, which is probably true, that the farther into the game you've gotten, you're picking up more orbs, which implies more success, and it's a bigger reward, even though it's so arbitrary and kind of meaningless. If, like, you have 9 orbs now, it's like, yeah, that does nothing more than just getting 1 orb. Like, more orb. It's not like XP. Because there's no level up menu, at least not that I know of. Pressing a bunch of buttons. Yeah, no, you can't level up. There's none of that. So, yeah. Seems like an odd game design thing. One that, again, unless there's something at the end of the game, that seems like an odd, very strange decision. Probably a leftover from something in the original game design that they just didn't go back and change. But we'll have to find out next time on a more successful episode of Let's Dissect.